it and getting unstuck in this beautiful year that we're in. This is the Ember Month, and I'm hoping you have goals. You don't just have, some people have resolutions, but we don't have every month resolution. So I'm hoping you do have a resolution to make yourself more organized. Remember when we started this, we looked at the reason why you need to organize your mind, or the different things you need to organize. And one of the first things we spoke about was organizing your mind. You need to organize your mind before you start organizing everything else in your life. So I'm guessing you're still listening to me because you believe that this is something that you actually need to do, which is become more organized. Now, we spoke about journaling and how it can help you to organize your feelings and your thoughts, how it can improve your memory, boost your mood, help you become more creative, how it can help you overcome trauma, how you could have better ideas just by journaling. And we even spoke about how it could help you heal faster, especially emotionally, right? Now, we also discussed in depthly actually how you can create a personal development plan and check it every week, and how that can help you, you know, organize your mind. We told you some of the advantages of having a personal development plan is it will increase your commitment to reviewing your goals every week. Actually can help you increase your commitment to them, keep your eyes on the prize, motivate yourself to keep going and see where you need to improve, because it's very important for you to always give yourself a boost and always go back and be like, okay, what did I do wrong this week? What can I do better now? It's very, very sacrosanct for you and your growth journey. We also spoke about organizing your time and some of the things you could do to do that. We discussed creating daily routines. We discussed that in depthly. And today we're going to continue from there, and we're going to talk about how you can schedule your workouts. Now, a lot of people start working out and never continue doing it. But and I was like, well, I'm glad that I stayed on course, even though I was not as consistent as I should be. I always say this. I also take breaks. I also get off course, but I always ensure to get back on course. Now, exercising regularly offers many mental health benefits on top of the physical ones. If you are an adept listener of Voice of the People, and if you follow Business Around Town, you know that there are times when I come into the studio and I'm in a really good mood, and I would say, well, it helps. It's a mood booster when you take at least a 10-minute walk to walk. It wakes you up. It really does. Okay. Now, research shows that working out several times a week can improve your self confidence, which can help you get out of a rut faster. Okay, it can clear your mind, which can help you make better decisions, and that is that we all need. Okay, it can help you make better decisions, and it can make you more disciplined, which comes in handy when you make want to make significant changes in your life. It also gives you more trust and confidence in yourself. Look, when you become more disciplined, when you achieve tasks, tiny little tasks that you put ahead of you, you have more confidence in yourself. So when you're dealing with the actual important tasks in life, you are more confident in yourself. Scheduling your workout helps you to make sure that you don't skip them. Okay, it will give you a sense of order in your day. It doesn't matter if you like weight training, that's for people that lift weights, I don't, or you like yoga or dancing or walking around the block. I like dancing. I like walking around the block. I love cardio. So skipping does it for me. Walking around the block and running does it for me. Whatever it is, set the time to exercise and set out the type of exercise you're going to be engaging in. Make sure it's on your schedule so you know it's important. Okay, treat it like an event, like an important event, and you would get used to it and you wouldn't skip it as often. Another important thing you need to learn how to do is make lists. You see that thing on your phone that they call notes? It's not there for nothing. See, make lists, make to-do lists, make shopping lists, make things I'm grateful for list, make birthday gift ideas list, make shoes I want to start wearing list, make the only colors I can wear list. Look, make lists. Whatever it is, no matter how stupid it sounds, make a list. Keeping lists of everything is just amazing. And it lets your brain do heavy work instead of using it to remember the most mundane stuff. So you're ridding your brain of the stress of having to remember the tiny little things that it doesn't necessarily need to remember. Okay? So it's a very simple yet very effective technique that will help you to organize your life and your thoughts. To manage your lists, you can use apps. But I think you should just use your phone. You can carry a small notebook if you want, or you could use your phone notes, the one that comes with your phone, or you can use apps like Todoists, actually. Todoists, that's the name of the app. I tried it one time. It worked for me, but I think I outgrew it, and now I just use my notes anyway. Create time blocks in your Google Calendar. Look, one of the most amazing innovations I think ever is a Google Calendar. Look, after making lists of everything that you need to get done, make time blocks on your Google Calendar every night before you go to bed. Add it to your bedtime routine. It's something we've discussed before. A bedtime, an evening routine, and a morning routine, right? So every night before you go to bed, maybe after journaling or before journaling, I would advise after journaling, you create time blocks on your Google Calendar. It's nothing fancy, but it's definitely going to help you feel more organized the very next day. And if life happens, even if life happens and not everything goes according to plan, creating time blocks in a calendar will give you a sense of structure and motivate you to become even more productive. To do so, you'll need to know how much time it takes you to complete several tasks, and that's what you would learn from different doing these things every day. You learn from it. Okay? So you need to know, how long is it going to take me to get to work if I'm using a taxi? How long is it going to take me to get to work if I'm driving? How long is it going to take me to get to work if I am using a cab? Okay? How long does it take me to work out? How long does it take me to cook? How long does it take me to eat? Now you have a rough estimate of, it takes me 1 hour to make dinner and actually eat and finish eating it and do the dishes. You know that I have 1 hour to do this. You're not just leaving your time to chance. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you a hint. There's this time tracking app called Toggle, but you can use many other apps. Okay? Just Google different time tracking apps. They allow you to track your daily activities and provide detailed insights about how you spend your time. Now, this is the perfect exercise to find areas of your life that you can improve. For example, using Toggle religiously for around 2 months would be enough to help you understand a lot about yourself, your life, your daily routines, and areas that you need to improve. So, personally, when I started using it, I realized I was spending around 2 hours a day to check Instagram, and trust me, I have a very busy schedule, so I shouldn't be having that much time. That was a very massive eye-opener, because even though I already knew I was checking Instagram constantly, I did not realize I was spending that much time on Reels alone. And when I'm on Instagram, trust me, I'm not doing anything productive. It's not like I'm posting or creating content. No, I'm just consuming content. So try to look for these apps that can help you track the time you use, especially on your device. When you get the apps, you'll see how they work anyway. Okay, so you also look for applications. There's one sweet advantage of the digital age we're in. There are several applications that you can use for free, actually, that can help you to organize your life. So try to organize big projects. You can use Asana, you can use Trello, you can use Notion. Your phone is not just for Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, trust me. Okay, so if you run a blog, you can use Asana to manage content creation process for your blog. You can use Trello to record and track your personal goals. And trust me, Trello has a way of making you feel great about your life. Okay? Just you try out all the different apps and figure out with time which one works for you better. then you can now move on to optimize the way that you do things. What are the steps you usually follow when you are doing things your way? Understanding how you can do things, understanding how you do things can help to give you insights into ways that you can improve what you do, excuse me, and what actually works for you. So be mindful of everything you do to complete a specific activity. For example, what do you do first? What do you do second? And what do you do third when you're cooking? Lots of us know how to cook, but we don't really pay attention to the steps we take when we cook. You're living your life to chance. Is there a way to optimize that process so you can cook better meals in less time? You see now the advantage of knowing how you do it and not living your life to chance is you can now learn better ways of optimizing your life and doing things better. Just yesterday, I learned that there are people that actually mold their eba, like with a mortar and a pestle, as opposed to using a wooden spoon, like I know how to do it. I tried it out. Well, it wasn't effective for me, but it would have been. On Sunday, I intend to share with you a new recipe on what that I used in learning how to make jollof rice, and it will even make it more flavorful and it will save your time. This hint is blend your onions as opposed to chopping them. You see, when you know for a fact that this is how I do what I do, it'll be easy for you to know, well, this is how not to do what I do and do it better. Do you get? Up next, you need to develop your own organizational systems. Okay? So once you've tried different tools like Microsoft Todoist, Google Calendar, paper planners, Notion, journals, when you've tried all of that, you would now start to notice, this one works for me. Hey, if I do it like this, I get better results. Are you feeling me? Exactly. Some people like using Notion while other people prefer using bullet journaling or the classic wall calendar where they put it on the wall. Now, while I like using my phone a lot, sometimes I like to use the regular calendar, and I have one on my desk and I literally just write on it and I flip it whenever I need to. But you need to figure out which works for you and when. Look, you see this figuring out what works for you? It's not cast in stone. It's not as though just one thing has to work for you every single time. Which one works for you best and which one doesn't? Do you understand? Which one works for you and at what stage in your life? Sometimes, especially as women, we prefer different things at different times in our lives. And that's perfectly okay. That's why you need to learn what works for you when. And the only way to learn about it is when you actually pay attention to the things that you do. Okay? That's how you have a more productive life. Now, don't forget that your needs and preferences can change. Be very ready to adapt when a system no longer works for you. Because there's only one thing you can count on as a human being, man, and that is change. This step I'm about to tell you about is very important. And I know that we all have different lifestyles and we all have different schedules. But regardless of the schedule that you follow, make sure to wake up early. Now, if you have a regular 9 to 5 job or a job where you got to be up in the morning, waking up between 6 and 7 a.m. is perfect. That was my number one life changer. When I wake up before the sun rises, I can enjoy some quiet time to journal, reflect, read, or meditate, and set a tone for an organized day. In fact, I have even learned how to push it further to waking up at 5:30 a.m. But in order to still get my 8 hours of beauty sleep, because sleep is very, very important to your body, and you can't ignore it. Whenever I intend to wake up at 5:30, I have to sleep earlier. So make sure you adjust it, okay? Now, the truth is that not all people are wired to wake up that early. And I get it. And doing so can cause trouble and permanent damage to their physical and mental health. So if you want to know more about, sleep, I can recommend a book for you to read. I think the title of the book is Why We Sleep, and it's by Matthew Walker. It's one of the best investments I ever made in my library. Yes, I have a copy. I know I'm not sharing it with you because I've learned a very bad I've learned very hard lessons on giving out my hardcover books. They are gold to me. So no, when I have soft copies, I can share, but I don't have a soft copy of Matthew Walker's Why We Sleep. You could check it out on Amazon or wherever it is, read it or wherever it is that you buy books, and read online. Okay. Now I was so fantasized by the topic and how the author presented it that I read the whole thing in like 5 to 6 days, and it had such a significant impact on me. And now sleep is one of my top priorities. Look, I don't joke with my sleep. Anytime I don't sleep well, all my colleagues know, because I'm grumpy the entire day. So the best thing that I can do is not allow anything, including worry, no matter how serious it looks. It does not keep me up. And since I started making sleep a priority, I have felt very rested and I wake up with so much energy. I no longer feel the urge to lay down all day long. Look, seriously, hurry up, go read it and start waking up early. And when I say early, I mean whatever it is that early means to you, okay? Now, this takes me to my next point. Get a sleeping schedule. I know, right now you're like, Mama, is it everything we are scheduling? Yes. Look, let me explain. Some people believe that skipping sleep to work or study is a very mad move, like you're a hard worker. However, there's nothing further from the truth. Not sleeping enough is actually the number one productivity killer ever. Let me give you a tip. If you ever feel like you're really exhausted or you're trying to work and your brain is not booting, lay down and take a 10 to 15 minute power nap, and it's just going to do everything. You know those times when your phone is misbehaving and you just turn it off for like 5 minutes, and when you turn it back on, it starts to behave itself? That's what sleep does. It gives you a hard reset. So if you want to get the best or the most out of your day, make enough room to sleep. Good quality sleep. It's very dependent. Good quality sleep is dependent on a lot of factors. And when you start to take sleep seriously, you'll begin to pay attention to what these things are. Trust me. Now, it will depend on the mattress you're sleeping on, the kind of bed sheets you have on them, whether or not you've had a bath before bed, what you are wearing before you get into bed, the mood of your bedroom. Is there music? Is there no music? What kind of music is playing? Is the room bright or is it dark? Are you on your phone and just hoping to just fall asleep without really be getting into the mood for it? These things matter. Become more conscious about the things you do before bed and you'll have a much more productive life. You think this is a joke till you try it out and you'll be like, oh boy, this works like magic. Plan your day the night before. I have said this twice while we are dealing with this same issue and it's come up again. Don't allow the sun come up without knowing what your top 3 priorities for the day is. Okay, facing a new day without being clear about what you need to get done and what you like to do can only make you feel lost and it'll hurt your day. So have your priorities set. Even if you don't meet all of them, have them set. That's the first step. Okay, if you don't start, you cannot finish. Feel me? I'm sure you do. Now, mind how much time it takes you to complete different tasks. I have said this and I'm saying it again. Beware of how long you like your showers to be. How long do you want to be in the bathroom before you come out feeling like you had a good bath? Because believe it or not every time you go into the bathroom and come out, you feel like you actually had a very good and satisfying bath. So be taking note of it. This bathroom time I had, did I feel very satisfied with it? What were the factors? What was the temperature of the water? How did I actually bathe? Did I scrub my body twice or thrice? Did I do this? Did I do that? How does that soap make me feel when I'm done? Does it make my skin feel relaxed or does it make my skin feel irritated? These are the things that contribute to your stress level, but you will not hear me. Some of us, we are still using bar soap, green bar soap to bath, but that's not the conversation for today. Let me calm down. Let's go back to the talk we're talking. How many pages a day do you need to read to be able to finish a book in a week? Do you even know how long it takes you to finish one page of a book that has maybe 1,000 words or 500 words? How long does it take you to style your hair before you head out? All these things will change your life. Knowing this about yourself and your routines will help you plan better your time. And of course, avoid you getting stressed out all the time. Just close your eyes now, or even if you want to leave your eyes open, because I'm sure you're probably driving, right? Or working. Think about this. Think about how you felt the day you had enough time to get dressed before going out for that appointment or that meeting or that lunch or going to work, and the day you had to rush out of work. How effective and productive were you? You are more effective and more productive when you actually take your time to get things done. But you can't always take your time and get things done if you don't have a schedule that you're planning. Okay, you are important. We have to start treating ourselves like VIPs. You see all these actors and actresses. One thing I learned in my short acting career, very short, very, very short, was you have a schedule and you have somebody called a project manager on set. Your project manager schedules everything you do. You have this amount of time to this amount of time to shower, this amount of time to X amount of time to eat, X amount. And guess what? The production went well. If we can treat a project with so much concern, why don't we treat our lives like it is important? Okay, stress is the number one what enemy of productivity. If you don't have a productive life, you don't have a happy life. You have to also learn how to keep record of what is working and what is not working. Now, once you've started using most of the steps that I have been giving you and most of the apps that I have mentioned, be very conscious about how actually helping you or how they are not helping you. Some of them will stress you out depending on your personality as a person. This will keep this will help you keep things you like and then find helpful things you like and find helpful and get rid of the things that stress you and slow you down. That way, only that way would you be able to build a custom system that actually works for you. Now, this part is a little bit tricky because a lot don't like it. But the moment you understand how much time it takes you to complete all your tasks in your daily life, it will be very easy for you to set deadlines that push you and are not a recipe for disappointment. Sometimes when we ask ourselves to set deadlines, we set very strict deadlines that will just make you want to lose your mind. That's not the point. The point is to keep you what? The point is to keep you productive and to give you a better life. In that vein, we've come to the end of Formula U. Tomorrow, we finish up on this topic and we pick up another one. This song always wakes me up and helps me feel better. This is Khalid with Better.